Hello and welcome to our Monday afternoon live broadcast. Today we are going to be talking about intermittent fasting, and does intermittent fasting allow you the opportunity to eat whatever you want? So welcome if you're jumping on live with us, and also a huge welcome to everyone who joins us for the rebroadcast as well. Please take a second, if you don't mind, to hit that subscribe button on YouTube so you'll be notified when we go live and or upload new content. And then the same thing for Facebook. If you guys haven't already done so, please make sure you like the page and you are set up for notifications for when we go live here. We are going to talk about this phenomenon of intermittent fasting and creating this lifestyle of fasting, and does that allow you the opportunity to eat whatever it is that you want? And what I really want to start this conversation with is the fact that you have to clearly define what you want for your life, and where does food fall into that definition. So I went on my own little pity party when I first started this journey with intermittent fasting, when I was sick and I was tired and I was on the border of becoming a full-blown diabetic. I was insulin resistant. I had body fat that I didn't want to have on my body. I was overweight. All of the things that led me to a point of having to define for myself clearly what it was that I wanted in my life. And before I was able to define that, and before I was really able to put my priorities in the right order, I had a lot of little pity parties and a lot of little crying sessions over food that I was no longer, quote unquote, allowed to eat. And I want us to think about that for just a second. Who is telling grown-up women what they're allowed and not allowed to eat? Really, it's only us. It's only ourselves who should be making the decision about what we are allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. So why is it that we feel this need to make exceptions or build in cheat meals or continue to have pity parties around things that we're including in our life that don't fall into the definition of what it is that we say that we want? So the only way that I was really able to create a lifestyle that allows me to live within my definition of what I want, and the definition of what I want for my life, is to wake up every day looking and feeling my best and living my most authentic life. And the only way I can live my definition of what I say it is that I want for myself is if I clearly define what food means to me. And so the fact that I'm intermittent fasting does not open up a window of any type of food to come in for me, because then I will not be able to reach what I have clearly defined for myself as something that I want. And that's the definition of looking and feeling my best and living my most authentic life. And I can tell you that when I'm having pity parties and when I'm crying about food that I deem as I'm not allowed to eat, I'm not authentic, because I'm not conscious in every aspect of my life. I'm not present in the relationships with the people that I care the most about. I'm not showing up as the best version of myself, so I can't live the life that I say that I want. So you have to make sure that you're putting food in its proper place based on what it is that you say that you want for your life. And then what will happen is you'll have an intermittent fasting lifestyle that's built around food that you want, because the food that you want will help you live out the life that you're clearly defining for yourself. So there are lots of foods that I have determined for myself and my own body chemistry that just aren't worth it to me, because if I'm going to spend 20 hours in a fasted state and then eat something in a 4-hour feasting window that's going to keep me from looking and feeling my best, then I'm running in this vicious cycle that I used to run in, and that's called the diet mentality. We don't want to spend multiple days and multiple hours of our life making up for bad decisions. We want to live the time that we have in the hours in the day that we are granted in a state of us being the best version of ourselves. And we can't do that if we keep making excuses or keep justifying or rationalizing how that bowl of ice cream or how that bag of chips or how that glass of wine or two or three is going to make us happy in the moment and then make us miserable for months to come. And for some of us, it is miserable for months to come because our body has not hit that healed set point yet. Once you do the work, once you identify the foods that for you cause bad chemical reactions, or for you keep your glucose too high, or for you don't allow your hormones to balance and let your body let go of weight once it's actually in a balanced state, if you haven't done that work yet, then you haven't earned the right to clearly establish what foods you can have in your feasting window yet. You haven't done the work. And if you're feeling sick, and if you're feeling tired, and if you're feeling like this weight is just not coming off, and you're feeling like you're breaking down, and you're battling autoimmune disorders, and you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, and you have mounds of prescription medication that you don't want to take, you have to do the work. You have to get your body to that healed set point so that you can start building in a new inventory of food that you want based on the definition that you have established for your life. If you don't do this work, if you don't spend time fasting long and fasting clean and identifying what it feels like to be in a state of hungry and knowing that that magic is happening in that healing process in your body, if you don't do the work to get your body to the point of experiencing what the energized sense of calm feels like, then you haven't been at this long enough for your body to reach the healed set point. The healed set point is when everything is going to change for you, because when you wake up and you live the life based on what it is that you've clearly defined as what it is that you want for yourself, you will look at those foods that you were once having a pity party over, and there'll be no way you would ever put those things in your body, because you'll have almost a violent physical reaction remembering what that feels like the next day, or you're going to remember what that feels like weeks down the road or months down the road, and the time that you've lost feeling bad about yourself because you haven't created the discipline and you haven't built in the time and you haven't put in the consistency to get your body to the point where it's healed, reset itself, and you can start over with experimenting with food. Girlfriend, you are worth whatever it's going to take to get your body to the healed set point. You are worth whatever it's going to take to walk away from and say no thank you to, so that you can get to the other side and look and feel your best and create what can be for you your most authentic life. Because you're going to wake up every day putting your best foot forward. You're going to wake up every day feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin. You're going to wake up every day feeling empowered because you aren't going to have anything holding you back. This game of intermittent fasting and creating a lifestyle for yourself that works for you is 90% the head game that we're playing with ourselves, and 10% what your body is going to do physically once you get your head straight. You have to get out of your own way. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to understand that at a certain point in our life, we have to eat like mature women. And we can no longer have pity parties over food that's making us sick, that's out of our control. Put yourself at a higher priority than the food choices that you're currently making for yourself if you're still feeling sick. You deserve to be put at a higher priority than those foods. So, is intermittent fasting that free pass or that ticket for you to eat whatever you want? No, it is not the free pass for you to eat whatever you want, and you will be marketed to in such a way that you will believe that it is true. I fasted, therefore I can eat whatever I want. That is a marketing ploy that will suck you in and put you in that state of frustration and disappointment and feeling like you are going to be living a sick life for the rest of your life. Trust the truth, trust your body, Spend some time with yourself, really evaluating what you say you want, and are you willing to put in the time and the consistency to get what you say you want. If what you want is a lifestyle of eating like everyone else and that makes you happy, then you have nothing to worry about. But if the lifestyle that you say that you want for yourself is energy and excitement about the next day and looking like you're 10 years younger than you really are, and being able to work out the way you want to work out, and being able to have the cognitive abilities that you're afraid that you're losing, but you can get it back. If you want to wear a certain size jeans, or you want to wear shorts, or you want to wear a bikini, you don't care what age you are because you know you can rock it once you get it dialed in, then you have to make those hard choices and get your body into that healed set point so that you can live the life that you're clearly defining. And I share my definition of what I want with you guys openly. I say, take it on if you don't know where to start for yourself, and live this for you. Make decisions every day that will allow you the opportunity to look and feel your best and live your most authentic life. And don't put food as a higher priority than any of those words that I just shared with you. You are the highest priority, and you deserve to have the life that you want to live. Intermittent fasting is the fast track to get you there once you figure out the nutrition that you need for your life to live, for your body to live in the life that you want to live. It's different for everyone. There are certain things that I can do, and there's certain things that I can't do. So I can't tell you yet what that nutritional lifestyle is going to be. That's why I put together the course that I have. It's 3 weeks of you putting in time and consistency, being conscious about what it is that's happening to you in a fasted state, what's happening to you in a feasted state, being in a like-minded community with other women who are going through the same exact thing you're going through. We just started our course for July this weekend, and we heard 130 stories from women as to why they enrolled in this class, as to why they're spending 3 weeks together in this group. And there were very few differences from the whys. All of us women in this age group are suffering from the same things. You can also reverse these things that we're suffering from if you put the time and consistency in and pay attention to your body. I'm living proof of it. 3 years ago, I was diabetic myself. 3 years ago, I was sick. 3 years ago, I was heavier. 3 years ago, I was unhappy with my body. 3 years ago, I was not conscious in the state of anything that I was living in, and I was curled up in the fetal position on the corner of my couch, feeling like life was over for me at 49 years old. I'm 53 years old today, and I don't have any of those thoughts about my life. I'm only excited and energetic about every day in my future that I have to live, and I want you all to feel that way too, regardless of whatever age you're at, when you make the decision to clearly define what it is you want for yourself and start living that out loud. I pray I'm speaking to you directly today if you feel frustrated and you're suffering and you don't know where to go. You just have to put the work in and listen to your body. If you want to do it with a group of women, if you want to be protected and have your questions answered for a 3-week time period, you got to join the class. That is really where we put the work in, and that's where I'm going to help you with the space that you need to really experiment and figure out what body chemistry you have going on for you and what foods are going to respond and react the best for you. I know my July students are super excited about getting started. They're in their very first couple of days. My June class has graduated and they're doing exceptional as well. Don't suffer. Put in the time and consistency. You're worth the work. Don't try to cheat the system. Don't get duped by marketing headlines, employees of women walking around with wine glasses and cookies and candy bars. You can't do that until you know if that's what's going to get you where it is you say you want to go. You have to do the work, and you have to figure your body out. I can tell you right now, I am not the woman that can walk around drinking bottles of wine and eating candy bars. That will keep me sick. My body can't handle that kind of sugar. If you're that kind of person too, you have to figure it out so you don't keep yourself in this hamster wheel of frustration and you can find your way out. I'm going to go ahead and open the floor for questions and comments. This is that subject of I can do whatever I want because I did this, that just will never work. It didn't work when we were raising kids. We would never ever let our kids eat whatever they want. It didn't work when we were teenagers. It didn't work when we were trying to have kids or recover from a pregnancy. And guess what, girlfriends? It's not going to work for you now. There's no such thing as a free pass. You have to do the work. And I'm hoping that you guys are up for it, because I can tell you on the other end, it is so, so worth it. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you leave me a comment so I can address you and recognize you when I go through the comment section. I'm going to start with Facebook first, and I'm going to jump on over to my YouTube channel, and I will make sure I touch everyone over there as well. Courtney's here, Amy's here, Renee is here. Let's see, Sheila, spring graduate. Yes, you are. Kristen is in our she was in our July 2017 course, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about here, and hopefully you're living this life out loud still. Melinda is here. Pat is here. Marianne is here. Kathy Lee is a December 2018 grad, and then Lou, you are super welcome. Thanks for jumping on with us today. Okay, I'm going to go over here to YouTube really quickly. I know there's a lot of questions and comments over here, so I'll make sure I get through this really quickly and answer anyone who's left us a comment. Super T, I'm a new student and started yesterday, so happy to see you here. I'm super excited for you, girlfriend, and I'm so happy that you're in our July course. Do the work. Stay conscious. Pay attention to your body. Make this a mission, and in 3 weeks, you can change your life. That is guaranteed for sure. Jay is here, 2019 grad. Judy is our May 2019 grad as well. Joanne was our September 2017. I love all my old grads coming on and joining us for a live. It's awesome to see your faces. Donna, graduate from April 2019. Sarah, June 2019 grad, and currently taking the July course too. It's always good to go through that second time. Time and consistency is the winner in this game for sure. Remember, when you're creating a lifestyle, there's no end date, right? The end date is something that we don't want to think about. So you can live this lifestyle, and when you get your body to the heel set point, then you can start loosening up, and you can start experimenting, and you can start adding some things in and see how your body responds. But as long as you're sick and you don't know what's causing you sickness, you have to build in that consistency, and you have to build in those long, clean fasts, and then you can start playing around with some food for sure. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did this weekend to give you guys some hope that you can build in some flexibility down the road as well. Isn't she doing keto? That is a diet. Rose, I do not follow a ketogenic diet. I am not vegan. I am not dairy free. I'm not gluten free. I think the only thing that I'm absolutely adamant about is soy. I live my life so that I look and feel my best. And those are the guidelines that I use to choose food that I allow to enter into my body's chemistry. So I am not keto by any regards. I use the philosophy, which makes sense. Frederic, I am struggling right now, and just like you said, I had the glasses of wine last night, and now I feel like I've let myself down. Okay, so here's the other thing that we really have to think about with what Frederic just shared with us. Own what you do. And remember, I said it's 90% a mental game and 10% the response and reaction that your body has to the choices you make. So if you had a couple glasses of wine last night and you woke up this morning and you didn't feel great, make that a learning experience, not a punishment. I had 2 glasses of wine last night. I didn't feel so great today. Do I want to continue doing that? Or is that a waste of my time every day to spend money on wine, drink it, and then the next day feel like I've let myself down? Could you make a different decision? Could you have 1 glass of wine? Or maybe you're at a point where you can't put a limit on it. Maybe you don't have the self-control yet to make the association between 2 glasses of wine and a crappy day. And if that's the case, you take the wine out of the equation until you've made that mental connection with an action and a feeling. And you have to be that disciplined about it until you get to the point where you stop wasting your time beating yourself up over bad food choices. We don't have time to make up for that. You have to be disciplined enough to know that you're worth having a great day, and that's more important to you than that second glass of wine. And we all have to get to that point for sure. So it's what we do after the fact that really does affect us as well. Rose, my problem is the minute I can't have something is the minute I want it. That's mindset, and you have to work on that. That has nothing to do with intermittent fasting. That has nothing to do with keto-like. That has nothing to do with genre of eating style. It's self-discipline and self-sabotage. And so that's where you have to spend your time, is on your mindset. And once you get your mindset straight, you won't have that struggle anymore. Lori, June 2019 graduate, broke 20-hour fast today with a whole yellow squash fried in olive oil with Parmesan cheese, going for my birthday dinner with family in a couple hours, loving this lifestyle. Oh, Lori, girlfriend, happy birthday. Enjoy that. Make some amazing memories at your birthday celebration, and it sounds like you are getting it all dialed in, so that's fantastic. Debbie, in the July course, Lori, on a humorous note, when I tell my teenage son I am fasting and feasting, he asks what I am devouring today. Well, I don't think that that's on a lighter note, because he probably notices that you're not exercising a whole lot of self-control, and so that's not a good model. And I would be concerned about that as far as your son goes, for sure. Sarah, Rosie, take the August course and you'll love it. It's an amazing and transforming. Sarah, thanks for saying that. I highly recommend that as well. Frederique, you're speaking to me. Yes, I know, girlfriend, because we're all the same. I'm speaking to myself in this regard too. These are the conversations that I had with myself when I found myself in pity parties frequently and on the struggle bus. And when I got off the struggle bus and I stopped allowing pity parties to happen is when I started healing my body, and very significant changes were happening. And it's been the lifestyle that I've been able to live ever since, and will continue to live. So we got to make sure that we're doing the work up here as well. Rose, you can go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com and get our email list, and you can find out everything there. Sandra, May grad, boo, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how to pronounce that. She's here as well. Lou, so you're fasting 20 hours every day. I fast as long as I need to fast to look and feel my best and live my most authentic life. I'm healed, and so I'm in a different place. So I don't like to always say how long I'm fasting, because I don't want you to think that you can mimic me. You have to do what you have to do for you to get your body to the healed point. When I was healing, I fasted 20 hours squeaky clean every day for about a year before I saw the results that I was hoping for, because I was so deep into insulin resistance and my body was so backed up and my hormones were so out of balance. It took me that long. But it was worth every day, because that year that I spent in that 20 hours of clean fasting, I healed my body in so many different ways and on so many levels that I won't take back any one of those days that I spent going on that journey, for sure. Rose T, where do we find reviews from grads? Just read the comment section, Rose. They're everywhere. Any one of my YouTube videos, you'll be able to see reviews from grads for sure. And then Willow, thanks Diane, I needed to hear this today as I'm getting fully back on the wagon after a recent move and caring for an ill mother that has triggered my emotional eating issues. Yeah, that's legit. You know, some things to do is figure out why it is you go to food for emotional things, and then spend some time working on that as well. So the next time you're in an emotional situation, maybe you can forgo the eating and put your time and energy and your emotions somewhere else. Food doesn't fix stressful situations, it numbs it. And we have to make sure that we're identifying that as well. And then Louisa, I was told I shouldn't fast every day. Okay, if you want to take that advice, go ahead. Have you tried it? I fast every single day, and I've been fasting every single day for the last 3 years. You can do whatever you want to do, but be careful who you take advice from, because they don't know you as well as you know you. And then try again at 40. Lori, finding out how your body responds to certain foods will turn cravings for them into alarms to stay away. Amen, sister. That is a great way to put it. I literally have physical reactions when I look at certain foods and then associate that to a feeling and a look. Because when I eat corn, I look like I was in a boxing match the night before. I wake up, I have the most painful, huge bags under my eyes. And I was telling someone today on a nutritional consult call, I used to spend so much money on elixirs to get rid of bags under my eyes, and all I had to do was stop eating corn and they went away on their own. So we're so quick to cover up things and to wish things away, and we don't always want to put in the work to try to identify what's making that problem happen. For me, it was corn. I don't get bags under my eyes anymore, and I could have been spending all kinds of money on all these products and patches and creams to reduce the inflammation under my eyes, or I could just stop eating corn. So we have to figure out what's the most important thing for us for sure. Flow Fitness, I figured out additional carbs, sugar bring on hot flashes for me. Thanks for motivating me to be attentive. Yeah, for sure. Sugar will do that for sure. And then Lori, the humorous part is I'm eating healthy, not devouring anything. He's teasing me. Okay, well, there you go. That's what I want to hear from you for sure, Lori. So thanks for clarifying that. Leslie, or do you ever break your fast with an avocado? Sure, breaking your fast with an avocado is great for sure. And then Stacy, been IF for about 16 months, 23 pounds lost. My doctor took me off progesterone in May, and I've gained about 2 pounds a month since. Do I need to tweak other areas now to turn this around? Yeah, probably, because if you were on progesterone to keep weight off, and then the drug or the hormone that was controlling your weight has been removed, you might need to look at what it is you're fasting on or feasting on, or you might need to extend your fast to get things balanced back out. Remember, anytime we change one hormone, it throws other hormones out of whack. And so the hormone that might be out of whack for you might be insulin right now, and you probably have to get that back under control. So I would definitely look at that for sure. Okay, anybody else here on Facebook I need to address before we go? Courtney, made the mistake last week of eating s'mores, had a serious reaction, felt like a hangover the next day, not worth it. Yeah, so Courtney, here's the thing about s'mores. If you ate just the run-of-the-mill graham crackers and the run-of-the-mill Hershey's traditional s'mores chocolate, and then you slapped a marshmallow on there, you not only had a sugar overload, but you also had gluten, soy, and dairy as well. All those things that you've probably been cleansing out of your body. So you got hit by a truck, and it was just disguised as a harmless, little innocent s'more. So even upping your game on the ingredients of what your s'more is might change the outcome from you if s'mores is an important part of something that you do with your family in the celebration. So get a better graham cracker, get a better chocolate, get a better marshmallow, and then just up your game on that, and then just have a bite of one. That could be enough just to satisfy what it is you want to have with the tradition of a s'more. And then Aisha, new here, watched you a long time ago. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're here and you're back with us for sure. And then Gretchen is a MAID grad. She's with us as well. I think I got everybody, right, Michael?
I think you did.
Okay, so I always like to, any other course for a graduate. Frederica, not right now. We're working on some that will definitely be geared more toward being successful in this lifestyle for the long haul, and how we're gonna make better mindset decisions, and how we want to really make decisions about how we're going to define how we want to live our life. So that'll be coming hopefully after the summer. We're just really focused on this intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course right now, because we have flooded and filled up courses every month, and we got to be really careful. I'm very protective of how I allocate my time and keep myself well also. So that's why I do these lives, so that you guys can keep updated and keep motivated, hopefully, by tuning into the live content that we provide here as well. And then a reminder, we're going on vacation on Wednesday. So if you want to know how I vacation and fast long and feast well and keep this mindset and decision-making process of looking and feeling my best while living my most authentic life, follow me on Instagram. You can find me. We'll put my Instagram here. If you're on YouTube, there's an Instagram button right up on my profile picture. Just hit that. It'll take you right to my YouTube channel. And then on Facebook, there's information there as well. So can intermittent fasting open up a window of opportunity for you to eat whatever you want? Most likely, no, because your body is still going to have chemical reactions to what you put into it during your feasting window. And if you're trying to heal your body, you have to get your body to the healed set point before you can start experimenting with some of those foods that make life fun. You don't have to get rid of everything forever. You have to get rid of some things for as long as it's going to take for your body to heal. That is the key. That is the bold and honest truth. And I can tell you, as a living recipient of the work of time and consistency with paying attention and being conscious with my body, it's worth every minute of it, because now my life is full of happiness and abundance, and I can make choices based on how I want to look and feel every single day, and not set myself back to sickness. This weekend, for example, we had margaritas. We made them at home. We had some wine. We had, what else did we have, Michael? We had siete chips and guacamole. We had all the things that are authentic to this lifestyle that we've created for ourselves. I just didn't do anything in an overabundant way. I fasted, we worked out, and today, sitting here at 3:30 in the afternoon, 21 hours into my clean fast for today, I'm in a full blown state of ketosis. I'm in a weight loss type of atmosphere with my body and my glucose levels, and I am in a healing state. I didn't have to give up anything that I didn't want this weekend, because all the things that I wanted clearly fit into the definition of what I want for my life. And that's exactly what you need to define for yourself. I hope this helps you. I hope this will make you go back and rethink some things that you're allowing in your everyday life, and really set some priorities to put you above some of the foods that you're continuing to let in your everyday life. With that, I'm going to say goodbye. We will not be live on Wednesday because it is a travel day for us, but we will be sharing our travels on Instagram. So please make sure that you're following me over there so that you can go on vacation with us to California this week. And then we will be back again next Monday. So we'll be out of here for a week. Next Monday, we'll be back live at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great week, you guys, and I hope to see you on Instagram.